Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
And a Romeo? Would that be you, Steve?
I think so, yeah. What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's the of.
Well, do not swear, although I joy in thee. I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be. Ere one can say, it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower next we meet. Good night, a sweet repose and rest. Come to thy heart, is that within my breast?
I think it's time to stop because I'm losing that almost at about where Steve spoke. So swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
She's literally saying don't swear by the moon because it's unreliable, which kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week about Romeo putting Juliet in this sort of ethereal realm.
Okay, so what shall I swear by? Fair enough, we've got that. Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my idolatry. So as opposed to the inconstant moon, I believe you are constant, right? But which is the God of my idolatry? What does that mean? What do you think, Claire?
I'm not sure. I suppose she's just saying that I'm not gonna. I can't attach kind of how I feel about you to some
other thing.
Yeah.
I don't think that's quite it.
Well,
Have a go.
Like,
Yeah.
if you're idle, your bone idol, you don't do anything.
No, not that kind of idol.
It's kind of a false god.
A false god idol, yeah. So thy gracious self is the God of my idolatry. Idolatry, worshipping false gods. Do you agree, Kevin? You look as if you disagree.
No, I get that. No.
Do you?
Although if I'd have just listened to the play in the first instance,
Yeah.
I'd have been like,
You might have got it if you'd seen it in the theatre though, because you would see by the actors what it meant, which is, I am besotted with you and I don't believe in anything else. You would have got that from seeing it, wouldn't they? Yeah, they would.
Depends who's playing it.
Yeah, they would.
Heart's the of is what you would swear by.
Do it.
Then of course I'm your man.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay.
is the continued line.
But why does she interrupt him? Well, do not swear.
She doesn't trust him.
Maybe, yeah. Even though a few minutes ago she said she does, she also doesn't.
She goes on to say, well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee,
Yeah,
I have no joy of this contract tonight.
yeah.
It's too rash, it's too unadvised, too sudden. So she distrusts the love at first sight thing.
Yeah.
Even though she absolutely feels it.
Which shows you what a kind of a intelligent, emotionally intelligent girl she is.
Yeah. Are they kind of just standing still?
Oh God, no! It's that wonderful moment where you want to. People become very tactile when they become in that kind of love. They can't bear not to be touching at some point, holding, touching. So I would imagine there's an awful lot of hand holding going on. But she's great because she so wants to, but she keeps saying no, I can't. But I want to, but I can't. So I think a bit of to and froing going on, I would say.
Right. Yeah.
And he's just going.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
I want it. Come on. I'll give you whatever you say, whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's yours.
Yeah. Yeah. And when she says, when he says, "Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?" Do you think it's almost like she's going at that point?
Yes. Yeah. She knows she's got to
leaving.
go, and she knows he's in danger being where he is. So she doesn't want him to be in any danger. But I love that line. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which does cease to be ere one can say it lightens. So as lightning lights up the sky, just you can't even say the words, "Oh my goodness, isn't it light?"
Yeah.
Before the lightning's gone. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful little passage.
And a bit scary as well. It's almost like, because if you're struck by lightning, it could be really dangerous, as well as illuminating and amazing.
We don't really get a chance, though, to, there seems to be a lot of this where it's preempting the rest of the play. They don't really get a chance for that whole love part, and I guess she knows that because she's saying this is too rushed. And that space there on the page, which I guess would come across.
She's under pressure at the time,
In
though,
the
being
play.
called from somewhere else.
Yeah,
So there's a time
Yeah,
element
yeah.
in this as well.
pressing on her. Yeah.
That's what I mean when I said that they didn't actually get a chance, like nothing. So
You could say it. 3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed.
I don't think it's, you know, when you
Good.
first like fall for someone, like she's trying to stop herself, and if you say I love you, it makes it real, it makes it concrete.
Yeah.
So it makes it come
So you-
to being.
yeah.
So you kind of don't want to do that.
You think it,
You're
but you think I
scared.
won't do
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I also think, I mean, she doesn't know how to talk, this girl.
Mm.
You know, I mean, as soon as she galloped she fiery-footed steeds. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
exactly unverbose, is it? I mean, she likes to talk, and she could be going to say 3 words, but actually there's an awful lot more than that to say.
Yeah,
In actual
yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
I think that both of them are skirting around the issue because they both think it's too good to be true. Say it and it might destroy it.
And too sudden. I suppose servants were more like mobile phones in those days.
Yeah,
weren't
I
they?
suppose so.
just,
Yeah.
just use them for
Yeah.
communicating with people.
I suppose you could translate that as, if you really love me, call me tomorrow, let's sort out the prenup,
Yeah.
and then everyone's forever.
And the little
Well,
ship.
they're
Yeah,
both using the
they're
imagery,
both-
aren't they?
Yeah, so
She's using it about him as being this free-spirited, wonderful, magnificent bird that flies free.
but that she could fall back.
But yes, absolutely. That she's completely in command of.
Yeah.
And he calls her
Yeah.
a beautiful chick,
Yeah.
a beautiful cherished bird.
Yeah.
Is it that he actually thinks he's in control of her, whilst in reality it's the other way
I
around?
think I don't think it's about control. I think his is just more like about cherish or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Something loving, really, as you might say, baby.
The grey-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light, and freckled darkness like a drunkard reels from 4th day's path and Titan's burning wheels. Now ere the sun advances burning eye, the day to cheer, and night's dank dew to dry, I must upfill this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. I think it would be juiced flowers, I think it would be. The earth that nature's mother is her tomb. What is her burying grave? That is her womb. And from her womb children of divers kind we sucking on her natural bosom find. Many for many virtues excellent. None but for some, and yet all different. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in plants, herbs, stones, and their true qualities. For naught so vile that on the earth doth live, but to the earth some special good doth give. Nor aught so good but strained from that fair use, revolts from true birth, stumbling on abuse. Virtue itself turns vice being misapplied, and vice sometimes by action dignified.
Okay, what are you saying?
No, just basically, he is Mr. Positive, isn't he? He comes out and says, here we are, and there's this grey morning, but it's got streaks of light in it, and fleckled darkness like a drunkard reels from 4th day's path. And Titan's burning wheels, again, this chariot of Titan,
Sun rising.
sun rising, which is chasing away the darkness. But then it's really interesting that he goes on to say about there's nothing in the world that doesn't bring forth, that's natural, that doesn't bring forth some good.
What's is it Ossia?
Osier cage is like osier cage is like
willow
a willow
basket.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's collecting flowers as he goes during the day, and there could be herbs and stuff like that he's making that he's going to use for cooking during the day.